Can we speak a little bit about the great man, the chairman? Because I like to break it down. I like to speak about the people, the important people that, you know, that bring everything together about the club. How is he like?
I think in my footballing life, or my managerial life, I've enjoyed working for two chairmen. One is a fellow called Vince Sartori.
Yeah. And what club was he a chairman of?
Cheshunt.
Oh, Cheshunt, okay.
Club. And the other chairman has been Aki.
Aki.
Now, Aki is the chairman of this football club, and Vince is now in our on our board. Okay, so I've got the privilege of working with both, but Aki is the one who's trusted me and allowed me to run this football club. I'm not saying I run all of it. I'm saying I'm here majority of the time, and we've got a fantastic partnership here and a working relationship. We do argue a lot about football. When he talks to me as a chairman, I listen and respect him. But sometimes he comes across as a supporter, and that's when we go at loggerheads. Yeah. And I ask him, are you talking to him as a chairman or as a supporter? Or a footballing expert, which you're not. Yeah. You can't be a footballing expert if you're supports first. So that's when we lock horns. Yeah. But in general, I've got total respect for the fellow.
Amazing, man.
And I hope to think that he respects me as well.
Yeah. Absolutely, I'm sure he does. Because when we was coming through there, I just saw the chemistry, man. I felt the chemistry. Like,
the pressure does get to him sometimes, and to me. Yeah. So when he's losing his temper, I calm him down. When I'm losing my temper, he calms me down. So
you basically bounce off each other. It's all part of the game. Bounce off each other.
And the thing is, his wife says to my girlfriend, they're both the same person. So when I checked, my girlfriend said, well, what star sign is he?
First of all, do you believe in star signs?
Well, I don't, but there's a lot of things what happen where, because his wife says he always shouts and screams, and he says it's passion. My fiance says, you always scream and shout, and I said, no, it's just passion. Yeah. So when I checked out his date of birth, he was born 1960, June the 20th. Now, I was born in 1960. Okay. I was born in June, and my birthday is on the 9th of June.
Oh, there's something here.
A lot of similarities,
absolutely.
Yes, so, you know, the women are always right. So we don't go by what they say. So there you go.
Like, do you see that when people say in life about finding a balance? Like we said right at the beginning, you do so much at this club, and I'm sure probably, you know, your girlfriend sometimes tells you as well. Do you sometimes feel like you don't really have a balance? Because you know sometimes people say sometimes you have to play hard and also find the right balance to relax and also, you know, lay your hair down.
In football,
do you feel like you've got a balance, or sometimes you struggle from that because of your love for football and this club?
I haven't got a balance right, because I hardly give my girlfriend, my fiance, keep calling her girlfriend. She should have been my wife, but because of the pandemic, we had to delay the wedding. Yeah. So
to me, in my head, she's already your wife. Trust me, she's already your wife.
I call her the wife.
Absolutely.
The wife says there's no balance. You give everything to the football.
Big up to the wife, literally. You've got an amazing man, first and foremost. An amazing man, plus a manager.
Oh, my wife to be is an amazing person as well. And Aki's missus is a very nice lady as well. Yeah. So we mustn't forget her.
Absolutely.
She puts up with a lot. Yeah. But my wife puts up with more, because Aki's wife will ban him from coming to the club, and I have to pick up the pieces.
Okay.
She'll say once a week, twice a week, but I'm here day and night.
Okay, so
when my poor missus is the one who suffers.
So basically, when I can get banned sometimes, you come in, you have to obviously feel different sometimes.
Ban, she pulls on the ropes a little bit.
Yeah.
And when he upsets me, I'll ring his wife up and I'll say, sort it out. Because he listens to his wife. Unfortunately, my girlfriend or my fiance, my future wife, what you got to understand in football, when you go out to a restaurant with your wife, you're thinking football. Because you've got games Saturday, so you're in the restaurant Saturday night, but you've got a game Monday night, so you're thinking about the game. And she goes, focus on me, focus. And she's 100% right. But when you're a football manager, whether you're a Sunday morning manager or a non-league manager, it's full time. In your head, it's full time. And this is where I've got to apologise to my wife. But she understands most of the time. But sometimes it does get on top, and sometimes we do fall out. And she's absolutely right most of the time.
Because to me, basically, coming to this club and seeing everything, how you run it, Absolutely, you're more than a manager. Look
to.
at everything that you do.
To win, you have to do all of that.
Absolutely.
You have to do it. Your football, you have to have one eye on football, one eye on everything else.
You see, like in a lot of football clubs, they've got obviously managers just doing specific jobs, and other jobs have been, other people do them. To anyone who, to any inspiring up and coming football managers in non-league who wants to make, other managers who want to make us professional football managers, like, any advice would you have for them? Which advice would you have for them?
Yeah,
or even
when I speak to young managers, they always say, "Oh, developing players is the most important thing."
Yeah.
Well, you tell me one manager anywhere who's there more than a year to develop a player.
Like we were speaking about earlier, there's not many managers these days because
Solskjaer, Mourinho, they all move around. Moyes, they all move around. They all get the sack. You lose 6 games, you're sacked.
Absolutely.
Here, it's different. I've had to develop a side first, and this is the advice I give to managers. Forget about developing players. You don't get long enough developing players unless you're a youth team manager.
That's key.
As a first team manager, you develop your team. If you develop your team, then all of a sudden everybody trusts you. Your coaches, your players, you develop a team. Then you develop a player. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely, that makes absolute sense.
Yeah, and when you take your coaching badges, everywhere you drive now, especially in lockdown, you everywhere there's an empty field, you see 1 million coaches, right? With 1 million different colour cones, with the rebound balls, they've got all the equipment.
All of these things.
But I don't ever see them coach. They put on sessions.
Okay.
They put on sessions.
What's the difference, by the way?
When you put on a session, okay, and you allow that player in that session, I never like to hear the word, "oh, unlucky." If he's done something wrong, stop and coach him.
Okay.
Right? Don't say unlucky, "oh, better luck next time." Stop and coach the player. I was brought up with the old method of coaching under the Charles Hughes, the FA Charles Hughes, whatever you want to call it, coaching environment. And you either passed or failed. Now, you don't fail. You just keep taking it and retopping and things like that. The Charles Hughes thing for me, everyone blamed it, "oh, it's a long ball." It's not the long ball. They give you a coaching method and a structure to coach to. Okay? And one thing I remember, I had to stop and coach players and show them. Now you ask the player a question, or you lead them. I forget. I don't know how it is now, but in the old days there were better coaches. Now I see coaches with 1 million colour cones putting sessions on, but I never hear them coaching. It's either a well done or unlucky. Encouragement. Stop it. Show the player where he's going wrong. Put him right.
Where do you think these up and coming coaches get the actual coaching style from? Where do you think they get it from?
It's the FA,
most of them.
it's the structure of the FA, they structure
it.
But I'm saying to you, a lot of people complain about the old coaching method, but I'm telling you now it was the best coaching method. I was coached by, I'll never forget, at Sir Lane Orient, one of the best coaches I ever worked under was John Sear. Okay? He has now not got a job in football, he worked for the FA as well.
Wow.
I worked at the FA, I worked under Les Reed, who now's got a high position in the FA, and a coach called Norman. I watched Martin Hunter coach. Now, them three were, and a fellow who coached goalkeepers, Alex Welsh. Now I think I've watched the best people coach. I really do, I learned a lot by them. And ever since then, I've watched a lot of bad coaches work. And you'll always learn something from a bad coach, how not to do something. But you've got to be prepared. You've got to be prepared. You've got to know what you're doing. And what I'm saying to you, go out there and watch a lot of games, watch a lot of other coaches work, and then you will pick the best bits up, and you will develop as a coach. There's no point coaching once a week. If you coach every day, then if your coaching session on Monday wasn't so good, do the same coaching session on a Tuesday with another set of players, and then tweak it and make it better. And that's where you will get your confidence and your experience from.
Okay.
And listen to managers talking on telly. Analyse games, and you will become a better coach. You won't become an instant coach just because you pass your coaching badge. It's about day-to-day work. I've had the privilege of working in full-time football and in non-league football.
Do you watch Monday Night Football? Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher. Do you watch that?
Yeah.
What do you think of their analysis?
What
do you think of their?
Sometimes it's very good, sometimes it's poor. And there's a lot of pundits on telly that haven't got a clue what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Haven't got a clue. You know, Graham Souness is on
I
it.
agree that.
Graham Souness is on it, and he comes out with a lot of good points.
Yeah.
So does Keane.
Yeah.
He comes out with a lot of good
He's
points.
brutally honest. Him.
They're brutally honest, but
Yeah.
you can't manage like that no more. That's why they're not in the job.
That's
The world has changed.
Yeah.
Players have changed. You cannot. That's why they won't get jobs in football.
That's actually a good point.
Because the way they used to play the game, very honest player, very good player.
Oh,
and I would have Scholesy, Souness and Keane as my three in the middle of the park. They are my three all-time best three in the middle.
That would be a combination and a
But
half.
you cannot manage
Yeah.
the way they used to manage and the way they, you know, their ideas, they can't do it. They
Nah,
won't
it's
get
too
jobs.
tough. It's too tough for nowadays.
You can even say it's
For the
too
players
tough on the
nowadays.
players are too weak.
Yeah. Oh.
You know what? I would love,
Yeah.
I would love people like Souness and Keane and Scholesy to be managers,
Yeah.
but you ain't got the tough players
No.
to deal with. They can't deal with them characters.
They're worth too much money, you know. They complain and before you,
Yeah, they say to me, what makes the best managers?
Yeah.
Let's take the Premiership. Let's take the Premiership last year.
Yeah.
Okay? You've got, how many teams you've got? 22, 24 teams?
I think 22.
22,
I think 22
okay.
or something. If I'm wrong, sorry.
So, last year,
Yeah.
the Champions League final was Liverpool and Manchester City, was it?
Wasn't it Bayern Munich and PSG?
No,
last
year,
year.
the year
Oh,
before.
the year before, yeah. It
Yeah.
was Liverpool and, yeah.
Bayern Munich and Liverpool.
Yeah.
Was it?
Last year, no, it
No.
was Liverpool and, oh God, I forgot who Liverpool beat in a, was it the Tottenham they beat? Yeah, they beat Tottenham in the final.
Sorry. You're
How can
right.
we forget that? Yeah.
You're right. Look,
Yeah, it was Tottenham, yeah.
It was Tottenham,
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it was